I am Aligeri Lingappa, Assistant Professor in Physics. Today, I have discussed about the branch Mechanics and Properties of Matter. In that branch, Coriolis force derivation. Mechanics and Properties of Matter. So, program BSc, subject Physics, first semester, Vijayanagara Sri Krishna Deva Raya University, Ballari, session 4. Prerequisites: inertial frame of reference, fictitious force, frame of reference, coordinate system, velocity and acceleration. So these are the prerequisites for the study of Coriolis force. Session outcomes: Newton's laws of motion, equations of motion, Coriolis deflection, center of gravity, centrifugal force. So these are the session outcomes. Coriolis force derivation. Coriolis force is an inertial or fictitious force that acts on the object with velocity v that are in motion within the frame of reference. If the frame of reference has a clockwise rotation, then the force acts to the left of the object, and if the frame of reference has an anti-clockwise rotation, the force acts to the right of the object. Consider two stationary frames of reference, one in space as xyz and the other in the body as x dash, y dash, z dash. At a time t is equal to 0, both the reference frames coincides. So now you see the diagram. Coriolis force, when a body is at rest, there are three coordinates x, y, z, and then x dash, y dash, and then z dash. So right side that indicates the rotation of vector. So r sin theta, r plus d, r angle, so like that. The position vector at any given point p, x, y, z in the stationary coordinate system is given as r is equal to r of t, where the space set of axes r is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. For body set of axes, r is equal to x dash I cap plus y dash j cap, then plus z dash k cap. For O, x dash, y dash, z dash system, there is a change in I dash, z dash, k dash, with a change in time, but I, j, k are stationary. The angular velocity omega is obtained as dr is equal to r sin theta d omega. Dr is equal to d omega into r dr dt is equal to d omega dt into r is equal to omega into r d dash dt is equal to omega vector I dash. When the stationary system rotates with the angular velocity omega, the rate of change of vector r with respect to system in motion is given by dr by dt is equal to d by dt of I dash x dash plus z dash y dash plus k dash z dash is equal to x dash I dash plus y dash z dash plus z dash k dash plus x dash dr dash dt plus y dash dz dash dt plus z dash dk dash dt. So which is equal to x dash I dash plus y dash z dash plus z dash k dash plus x dash omega into I dash, that extends plus y dash omega z dash vector plus z dash omega into k dash, which is equal to x dash I dash plus y dash z dash plus z dash k dash plus omega vector into r. dr by dt is equal to dr by dt stationary plus omega vector. R into dr by dt is equal to d dash of r, d dash r by dt plus omega into r. Let this is equation number 1. Equation 1 is obtained by applying time derivative to the vector velocity. After differentiating the equation on both sides with respect to time, we get d by dr of dr by dt is equal to d square r by dt square is equal to d by dt of dr by dt d dash r by dt plus omega cross r. So d dash square r by dt square plus d dash omega by dt into r plus omega vector d dash r by dt plus omega vector d dash r dt plus omega vector into r. So again d dash square r by dt square plus 2 omega dr by dt plus omega vector into r plus d omega vector by dt. Glad this is equation number 2. In equation 2, omega vector cross omega cross r is the centripetal acceleration, which is given by is equal to omega to r sin theta is equal to v to r sin theta. Omega square r sin theta is equal to v square r sin theta. The second term is known as Coriolis acceleration, which is present when point r is in motion. Therefore, Coriolis acceleration is given as 2 omega vector cross d dash r by dt. From Newton's laws of motion for moving system, we have F is equal to ma. Then after simplification from Newton's laws of motion for stationary system, we have, so then m d square r by dt square is equal to f minus m omega into omega r plus 2 m omega d r by dt plus m d omega by dt r. Let this is equation number 3. By substituting for, so this one, the second term 2 omega vector cross v dash is known as the Coriolis force. Coriolis effect and its causes. Coriolis effect is used to describe the Coriolis force experienced by the moving objects such that the force is acting perpendicular to the direction of motion and to the axis of rotation. The Earth's rotation is the main cause of Coriolis effect, as the Earth rotates faster at the equator and near the poles the rotation is sluggish. This is because the rate of change in the diameter of the Earth's latitude increases near the poles. The air currents in the northern hemisphere bend to the right, making the objects deflect to the right, whereas in the southern hemisphere the air currents bend to the left, making the objects deflect to the left. The Coriolis effect is noticed only for the motions occurring at large scale, such as movement of air and water in the ocean. Example of Coriolis effect is change in weather patterns. So these are the multiple choice questions. So first one, the horizontal deflection effect caused by the Coriolis force is, there are 4 choices: greater near the pole, greater near the equator, equally distributed all over the Earth's surface, then more near the surface of the Earth and lesser above. Here the first one is the correct answer, that means the greater near the pole. Which of the following is correct about Coriolis force? Coriolis force affects only the large scale movement of air in the atmosphere. Coriolis effect is caused due to rotation of Earth and pressure difference between 2 points. Winds are deflected to the right in the southern hemisphere. If it was not for the Earth's rotation, global winds would blow in straight north-south lines. So I think D is the correct answer. So then third one, what phenomena does the Coriolis effect arise from? So curvature of the Earth's surface, rotation of the Earth around its axis, rotation of the Earth around the Sun, effect of winds in the atmosphere. So second one B is the correct answer, rotation of the Earth around its axis. Our knowledge of global winds comes from which sources? There are 4 choices: theoretical studies of fluid motion, satellite imaging, worldwide observations, both A and B. So both A and B, A and C, that means theoretical studies of fluid motion and worldwide observations. The primary force which causes all winds is Coriolis effect, geometric force, pressure gradient force, centrifugal force. Here, pressure gradient force is the correct answer. Then applications. First one, weather forecasting. Are used for movement of air, force experienced by a body on the surface of the rotating, used in astronomical applications, then used for study of stellar parallax. So usually we have many books for Coriolis force. So these are the references: Mechanics by D.S. Mathur, Mechanics by J.C. Upadhyaya, Physics for degree students by C.L. Arora and P.S. Hamne. Thank you.